Good morning. Let's finish the coffee now. In my hand, the coffee mug with porn star Barry on it. The guy with that unbelievable crank. Larger than life. There is a member of the audience, I'm not sure who it is. They've been trolling me for the better part of a year, sending me various bits of merchandise with this enormous man on said merchandise. I was sent a cutout which holds a bottle of wine to look just like it's Barry. It's the guy. It was cut out by some whatever high-tech computer deal. I sound like I'm 100. A high-tech computer deal. What an asshole. Anyway, you put the thing in, it cuts it out with a laser. And then the wine bottle goes in where Barry's crank is. There's the mask I got from this demented, sick bastard. And then this coffee mug. So drink it if you got it, because I don't want to be messing around with this. I want to get this all in my system. Hang on. That's one. That's two. You like how I turn the mic down so you don't hear the mouth sounds? That's what a pro does. That is it. It is the 10th of September, 2021. This show happens each and every weekday, and this is the last day of the work week. From the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio, the Eric Zane Show podcast begins now.
Hello, this is Rick from TC Paintball. You're listening to the Eric Zane Show, a show where the host makes the audience create intros, complains about them, and then refuses to play the correct ones. And now, because I'm required to, here's Eric Zane.
Yeah. And the joke behind that one was, I didn't like the first one you did. Well, why? Well, because you didn't say, and now here's your host, Eric Zane. You actually have to do it that way. What? So that's the high maintenance level that you have to deal with when it comes to me. And he's absolutely right. Ask listeners to make an intro, and then they send them along, which I have. Mine are all they're all crispy and burnt. So I want to update the imaging. Kate's is still new. Blue State Rob. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to use the old ones, but Blue State Rob, you got to send me a new one. You got to write it, record it, send it to me. Joe Pellerito, need a new one. Kenny, new one, which no doubt will include something about video games and God knows what. Rick from TC Paintball, need a new one. Patriot Nick, Bob Q. Where have you been, by the way? I heard from Kevin in Muskegon, by the way, the other day. He sent me something via text. I haven't yet looked at it. He may have gone off of the deep end after. It was right around the election. I think he kind of bugged out. What did he send me? This is a fantastic episode. Unashamed with Phil and Jace Robertson. Who is, it's a podcast. Phil's message to Afghan Christians. Hold on. I can't even look at it. Oh, it's the guy from Duck Dynasty. That crazy fucker. Phil's message to Afghan Christians and how Hurricane Ida affected the Robertsons. All right. Sounds horrible. Well, anyway, Kevin said that to me. Hey, this is the Eric Zane Show. Matt Kuipers, I need a new one. Sarah, I need a new one. Sean and Raleigh. Andrea, I need a new one. Boring, sick fuck Dean. You can send one along. Alabama Linda, yours is still pretty fresh. Blind Tony, Yours is still pretty fresh. I haven't played that one in a long time. I need to go through this thing, clean it up. Well, anyway, welcome to the show. It is a daily podcast where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the week. This is the place to talk about everything that is going on in the world. It is a place where there is zero concern about who is offended by what I say. I say what I say, and I mean what I mean, and then probably I will change my mind as more information trickles in. Typically, I am on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Like it and share it. I have been silenced on Facebook for the past 7 days. Typically, though, it is brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Today, in fact, I am allowed back on. But they are looking at me with a raised eyebrow, my friend. They have had it with me. And I am telling you, this is going down. They are going to quiet me before you know it. So just be ready. Be ready to go to switch over to YouTube or Twitter permanently because they are going to shut my ass down. They have had it. And then I got, oh, God. Did I already screw this up? I did. You know, look, I've got the, oh, I just realized, shit. Oh, man. I have the title of the podcast saying, oh, yeah, it's a Thursday show. This one. Biden's mandates. Friday Live with Eric Zane. I don't even know if that's going to show up. I see it from my side. Hopefully it how many 300 Club members are here? You all need a T-shirt. That's a great idea for a T-shirt. The Eric Zane Show podcast, 300-second T-shirt. Brian has a great thing that he's bringing up. You probably heard me talking about this week. I floated the idea that my cancellation from hockey and basketball is near. It will happen this year. I have come to grips with that. There is no place for me because of cancellation. I am going to get canceled. Somebody is not going to like the truth that I speak. When I say truth, it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just coming out of my mouth. It's true to me. Okay. I'm not the type that's going to sit there and say, I'm right on everything. I realize there are some things I'm wrong about. But Brian writes, are we taking bets on how long it takes for you to lose a PA job again? I think you should. I think we have, because the hockey season goes, Dirk, I'll get to that in a second. Damn it. You guys are killing me. The things you're writing on the live chat are they're stacking up in the level of how much they are making me laugh. So the hockey season goes 2021, 2022. We have to I think we should establish some type of betting protocol for that. When this year that I'm going to get canceled. Because some people the people know they have the power. This has happened almost once before when the whole not Jussie Smollett. Who was the NASCAR driver? The black guy with the noose. What's his name again? Charlie Pride. Who, remember, he said, oh, it's the news. I didn't even see it, but it's the news. I'm so sad. And it was like a pull handle for the garage. And they said that somebody put a noose up, and it was all bullshit. And what the fuck was his name again? Wasn't Charlie Pride? Bubba something. Bubba Wallace. There it is. So on Facebook, I posted a picture of a 4-way tire iron, and which looks like a big plus sign. And then I just grabbed somebody else's post and made it my own. Burning cross in Bubba Wallace's garage, and it's a fucking 4-way, which is funny. That's funny shit. and somebody called the hockey team and reached out to the president of the hockey team. And that shit rolled downhill so fast. So, no, it is not Thursday. Sorry about that. It is, in fact, Friday. I have plenty of stuff to talk about. The idea of me being canceled is coming. It is coming. I believe that. Dirk knows that I have been going hard against free beer and hot wings lately. I have been it's been quite enjoyable. There was that one period of time when I was like water under the bridge, and now it's not. It's back over the bridge, and the reason why it's back over the bridge is very, very simple. Because when the water was under the bridge, there was actually nice things happening between me and that show. Brock Renfro said, yeah, you're being a pussy. No, I don't think I am, and here's why. Everything that we were doing together off of the air with nice comments, because we were all going through this past year and a half, bad things that happened. The death of Connie, the end of the marriages, and prior to that, the death of my mother, the death of Brian Belgraf. Nice messages were sent my way, and I was very appreciative of that. And I said, and I felt better. I felt that the tension was leaving. Prior to that, I had worked very hard with them, establishing a rapport. You don't know this. I was sending links to Greg, and I didn't talk about it, with various, hey, you guys should talk about this, and here's some audio you guys might want to share, and just stuff like that, just in an attempt to, because it's better to play nice. So that was all good, and I was happy with that, and I felt better about it. But I'm way aggressive now, and entirely pissed off and riled up again, because after all of that, and then the nice words that when my mother passed, and then they honored her by playing a bunch of bits on their best of show, or their whatever it was, with my mother, which was so very kind. I was like, man, fuck, this is great. We're gonna flush all this. That means the only thing I was looking for was, hey, let's go have a cup of coffee and chit chat about the old days. That's it. I had no other intentions other than that. This is what I talked about with Anthony, extending the olive branch, and it seemed to be working. So imagine that if you're me, and then you hear on the radio this fucking knifing again that took place on their show. Oh, yeah, I wonder what changed. I heard that smart-ass comment, you fuck. And then the gutless response when I said, yeah, what the fuck was that, man? I thought we were making progress. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Well, it's the truth. Yeah, it wasn't intended at you. Bullshit. Fuck you. So that's why, you see, I keep fucking receipts. Okay? I remember jersey numbers. So now it's like, fuck you and the fucking horse you rode in on, you asshole. So that's why I fucking hate them. So when I see Dirk coming up, recently I posted a billboard that said, ignore lazy radio, which was aimed directly at them because that's a lazy, shitty show that sucks now. And if any of you listen to it, quit trying to convince yourself that it's anything more than that. It's not. It sucks. Dirk writes, new billboard idea. Eric Zane, looks like I'm the best at being a husband. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. I would love to do that. That's a great idea. I need 6 words or less, because when I talk to the billboard company, you have to have 6 words or less. Eric Zane, best at being a husband. That is a self-serving, rubbing their noses in shit. Oh my God, that has to happen. Yes. So you see, Brock, my point is, it's not petty. It's fucking legit, and it always will be going forward. I am not interested in anything going forward other than just the rest of my life rubbing their nose in shit as much as I possibly can. And this is the place to do it. So thanks. There you go. Dirk says, Eric Zane, best at marriage. Holy shit. Whoa, yes. Yes. That is fantastic. Eric Zane, best at husbanding. Oh, these are deep. These aren't just death by 1,000 cuts. These are big hacks with a machete. Two-hander. This is fucking Todd Bertuzzi from behind. In the head. Career over. Dirk bringing it strong with some assistance from Kenny. You guys, thank you. This all makes me feel fantastic. Eric Zane, I always keep receipts. Ooh, this is great. Michelle writes, well, Eric, technically it's only the 4th day of the week, so it could be a Thursday. Nah, it's just a stupid mistake. It's one of the many things I do before I start the show that I forgot to do today. Was Greg using the content that you sent? Yes. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Imagine that. You're rebuilding the relationship. This was over. This was last June to January. And it started out rough. On a whim, I just reach out and go, hey, a lot of shit's been said in 5 years, and I wanted to talk with you. And he was pissed. Still very, very upset. And it started with, let me return all your property, by the way. I have several things of yours that I wasn't going to give you. And I gave him the guitar back. That's why Kenny and the rest of the Zaniacs bought the guitar to replace it. Gave them all the recorded material back. I was like, I don't need this. I need to flush all this. And then I didn't overdo it, but slowly but surely I would reach out to them and say hello, specifically Greg. And you see, Greg's, I think my big problem with the jabs was the passive-aggressive nature of no one in their audience would get the references and the attacks other than me. If you heard it, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know what he was doing. So that, to me, made it that much worse. It was sent through the radio for only one person to resonate with, me. That's why he did it. And I could see that if we weren't kind of trying to establish a brighter rapport based on the real life scenarios that had happened. Death of Brian, death of my mother, the end of the marriages, the death of Connie. That was all. I didn't give a shit about anything more than that. And I felt good about that. So when Greg took the run at, in a sense, Chris, he started it with, I don't feel that happens anymore, about people talking behind other people's back. Yeah, that doesn't really happen anymore. That's what got it going. And then Greg saw the opportunity, took the shot, fucked me right in the asshole, and here we sit. So fuck you. Fuck you. You asshole. That's the dick that that's the fucking asshole that I remember. That brought me right back to the piece of shit, passive-aggressive horse shit that I remember oh so well. Oh, so well. Oh, my God. So, yeah, fuck off. Stevie writes, did both of their wives cheat? I have no idea. I don't know anything about any of that. I was never... I don't know. I just know that it was a stressful time, and I was unfortunate that happened for the sake of their children. That is not an easy thing, being a child from divorce. Public Nuisance says, fuck, now I want to hear the audio again with this new insight. Well, do you podcast to their show? Because I can tell you exactly when it happened. And you can go back and hear the smarmy horseshit for yourself. I was listening. I sent Greg a text on Thursday, January 28th at 8:37 p.m. Hey, Greg, sorry to bother, but I have to ask. I was listening to you during the butthurt game, whatever they were doing, I don't know. My ears perked up during the moment about talking behind people's back on your show. I'm hoping not, but was that directed at me when you asked, I wonder what changed? I hope not, as I feel we've had some cordial exchanges, and I'd be a little confused if you were, in fact, directing that my way so long after the fact. If it was, I'll just move on and realize that it's impossible to be friendly with each other. Please tell me that was not the case. Thanks, Eric. And then I even added, if it wasn't directed at me, please accept my apologies. Now, it was, but I'm giving myself an out. Shithead responds with, I wouldn't say it was directed at you. That's his out. Well, who the fuck was it else directed at? There's only one other person who left that caused a change in the show, me. But it is factual, he writes. That is the most gutless response and predictable response that you could ever get. Okay? It wasn't meant to be an attack. Sorry if it was hurtful. So then I was like, yes, it was factual. It just stung and seemed unnecessary considering the cordial tone between us lately. Thanks for responding. I haven't responded since. The only thing I've ever responded to now is various attacks on this show, which will continue as much as possible, because fuck those guys. And you know, I don't need that type of aggravation. So I don't give a shit what you say. You meant it to just, well, I don't know why you would do that so far after the fact. I mean, I guess Justin left, but he was meh at best. That had nothing to do with Justin. That guy's a fucking fart in the wind. So yeah, that's where that comes from. I'm still pissed, and I'm glad. I actually enjoy being pissed at him over that. Fuck him. Billboard idea. I'm loving you guys today. Eric Zane, quote, radio causes divorce. Oh, shit. That might be the clubhouse leader or Eric Zane, best at marriage. This is now a 3-tier race to star on the forehead between Dirk, who started it all, Kenny added nicely, and now Antelope Rider. I don't know who that is. Might be Aram. Kent with radio. Kent dropped the E out of you. Radio causes divorce. Hot Wings also referred to you as a C blocker because you interrupted the double wrap bread. What Hot Wings thinks, and Free Beer agreed. When was that? When did those assholes go down that road? Because I'm hoping it's recent. Because if that's the case, that means this is getting back to them. That I have been, very aggressively taking swipes at those fucking pussies. So, Antelope Rider, let me know when that was. In fact, send me a timestamp. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear what those fucking cocks are up to these days. All of those girls. Bonnie writes, Eric Zane, still married. Yes! Yes! It's happening! It was a while ago. Months, says Aram. Well, shit. We won't be able to find it then. No big deal. Just knowing that it's out there, I hope they open up I hope they open up their brand of a can of whoop ass, which is a bunch of passive-aggressive, really, really weak attacks on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Eric Zane, quote, I'm a great husband. They talked a few months ago about how stressful it was when you left the show and how rough it was for them. Oh, it was so rough. People were saying bad things because we suck shit. because the show is so fucking boring. Oh, my God. All right. So there you go. Maybe that's just a fight that they have no idea about because a little old show like mine, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't even have any idea. Maybe they're sitting there going, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I thought we were best friends these days. Oh, my God. Welcome into this podcast. I got a guest coming up. It is the immortal Adam Deggy, who, we're kind of brothers in cancellation, I think. I think Adam has once again been shut out of another comedy venue because of some shit he did on Facebook. I think people are paying attention to him on Facebook. This is even worse than me. Speaking of cancellation, Adam, who writes jokes for a living, he gets a gig at a comedy venue, and then he'll say a joke on Facebook that's really not a big deal. And then the venue that hires him says, sorry, we're not having you. We don't like your kind here. Wait, what? I think he said, yeah, come out and see me at so-and-so place. Take your favorite drug and come see me. It's a joke. That's a joke. Anything that comes out of a comic's mouth, unless they say, I'm actually serious here and this is not a joke, it is a joke. And the venue, like 1 minute before he went on stage, said, sorry, you have crossed the line with that take your favorite drug joke. That is too much, and we've had it, so you can get the fuck out of here. And I think that may have happened again to our favorite pal, Adam Deggy. All right. Okay. Aram writes, in 2016, those assholes kept referring to as it was like losing a brother. I don't know, maybe. I mean, at the time, I did say when I got fired, I love you guys very much, and I used to. Now I can't stand them. And it most of it is by association. It all stems from free beer. I can't even say that I feel that aggressive towards Hot Wings or Joe or Steve. It's free beer. I don't like free beer at all. Okay? So that means they're all guilty by association. Fuck free beer. Put those billboards up on whatever highway they take home from downtown GR. Yeah, that's the plan. I already do that. I actually, because I've got a huge chip on my shoulder over free beer most of the time, because I know where the fucker lives, I put him up as where I assume is his route. That is the goal. I am trying to get under that fucker's skin as much as I can. Chris says Joe is the only one with any edge left, but even that's been muted. Oh, yeah, I know. And there's just way too many people on that show. It's just apparently when you sign up for that show, everybody gets a microphone when you walk in the door. All right. What the hell was I? I had no intention of talking about this. None. I didn't even write this down. And I have no idea how I got this far. But it's Friday, so who gives a shit? It is Friday, my God. Yesterday, I did something I don't like to do. And that was spend some money. It's weird because it's absolutely essential. I have spent considerable amount of time talking about how this microphone, you might think it sounds fine, but it doesn't. There's a problem. And it's the quality of what I'm talking into. The microphone sounds like a $150 microphone should sound. And there's a couple of things that I don't have that make it keep it from sounding the way it should. Boring. And I'm not going to go into the detail of it. But I called up, what's the name of that place? It's called Sweetwater. In fact, Chad B. reached out. He goes, dude, I got a friend that works at Sweetwater. They're going to hook you up. This is awesome. Because you call there, and I go, yeah, I'm a podcaster. Everything sounds like shit. What do I need to do to make it sound great? He goes, what do you have now? And I tell him, I go, I got this mic. I've got this compressor. And he goes, don't you have one of these things? I go, no. He goes, well, yeah, you sound like shit. Everything's horrible. I go, well, what mic should I get? He goes, either a Shure or an RE20. He goes, what have you used in the past? I go, RE20s. He goes, you're getting an RE20. I go, how much is that microphone? $500. Ah! Oh, my God. You traded the Bluesmobile for this? No, a microphone. Sorry, I said that joke earlier today on the Lost Zane Recordings preview. So that is the standard. And it's taken me too long when I started this podcast, I did it on the cheap. In fact, what I purchased yesterday cost more than all of the shit I have in here except for the computer. The $500 microphone. Thank you, Patreon money. Thank you, sponsorship money. Thank you for enjoying this podcast. And then I had to buy a brand new processor, compressor with a preamp built into it. So if anybody needs a DBX 266 compressor, I will sell you this one because it does not have a preamp on it. I need a preamp. I got a little arm, broadcast quality arm, so I won't be using this loud, obnoxious stand anymore. Fucking working. It's a new day. I'm so impressed with me. Stupid. Doing the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast tonight with Ben on Patreon. In a rare moment, I am compiling the list now of people that will join us on the live stream. Remembering names, writing them down. That happens tonight at 7 p.m. Ben in the throes, I think, of changing careers. I really admire his significant other's go-get-em attitude. She has never made a donut in her life. She has no idea, well, she didn't when she started, what to expect. But the self-starter decides to somehow scrape and claw a few nickels together to buy the necessary things to start a donut business in beautiful Byron Center, Michigan. Dizzy Donuts. Ben's better half, who he better fucking marry before all of that real donut cash starts flying in, because she's going to find, if you don't act soon, Ben, the rich donut queen is going to go get some handsome 6'3" black guy with a tree trunk for a dick to be the donut prince, or I guess a hand of the queen. So fucking get after it. You're already working weekends there, dick. Put a ring on. Use donut dough if you have to. Put a ring. If you should have put, what is that song called? You should have, if you like it, you should have put a ring on it. What the fuck? What's her name again? Diana Ross? Shit. Aaliyah. That's it. No, she's dead. Isn't she dead? What the fuck is her name? She's married to Jay-Z. How could I forget this? Beyonce. My God, embarrassing. So yeah, Ben, I mean, seriously, she's been working very hard and has just been crushing it in the donut world. She bought a new fryer, I think. That just happened. So she's already upgrading the equipment. She's already hiring new staff. And by the way, Dean banging on the door of the donut place and shooting probably one of the sick. This is why your name is Sick Fuck Dean. Okay? You do weird shit. Okay? You do weird shit. When you show up at Dizzy Donuts and shoot a bizarre video just pointing the camera at Ben, what? Why are you doing that? It was so weird. Oh, God. Yeah, you at least when you go there, walk in, say, hey, Ben, how you doing? How's it going? I mean, be like a normal human. I mean, you should have done it because if you would have whipped out your dick and started feverishly pounding your pud right there, it would have been just as weird. Okay, it wouldn't have been any more weird if you did that. It was so awkward. Oh my God. Don't do those things. God. Shit. When in doubt, do push-ups. There's Dean right there. He says, LMAO. Sick fuck Dean. Chris says, it was kind of odd. Patriot Nick says he went home and beat off to it while sitting next to his basement well. Dean, do you see what they're saying about you? This is why you've earned the name Sick Fuck Dean. Ah, my God. So anyway, Ben, if you're watching this, buddy, you have got to get your ass in gear. She is sick of waiting. Hollywood's World of Sports, which is Joey Williamson, who's just one of the nicest morons I have ever met in my life. Eric talking about someone doing weird shit when he does weird shit all the time. The freaking irony of it all. What are you referring to? What could you possibly be being referring to? Me doing weird shit? Examples, please. My God. Chris says, Ben didn't help it at all, though, for the awkward video. Well, yeah, you see, Ben was born awkward. So you have a Dean shooting awkward video of awkward person. The awkward is through the roof. Ben doesn't know how to act around anyone. Jesus. Ben invented awkward. All right. Moments ago, here in the Eric Zane Show podcast household, something ridiculous happened with the NFK. I'll get to that in a second. Also, there's football to talk about. There's, hey, how about this? Look at that smile on my face. Vaccine mandates. Vaccine mandates. I wonder if I can come up with a song on the fly. Vaccine mandates. Vaccine. There's a vaccine mandate. There's a vaccine mandate. It's coming towards you. Yeah, yeah. Gotta get a vaccine. Yeah. Gotta get your vaccine, motherfucker. Get your vaccine mandated by the president. Get your vaccine. Gotta get your vaccine. You don't have a choice. Fuck you. You don't have a choice. Aha. You don't have a choice. Woo. Woo. You don't have a choice. Hey. Gotta get your vaccine now. Gotta mandate it. Get your vaccine now, yeah. Gotta get your vaccine. Get your vaccine now. You don't have a choice, fucker. You don't have a choice. Keep your kid at home. Yeah, you gotta get the vaccine. Woo! You gotta get the vaccine. Hey! I am so happy. Biden is sick of your shit. My patience is wearing thin. My patience is wearing thin. Of course, he doesn't, he's not going to remember any of this today, so it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, and basically, he was just reading what they told him to read. He's like, what the fuck what is COVID? What are you doing? What, huh? All right, I'll get to that in a second. I love the song, though. I mean, I did it, so you know I love it. Okay, listen to this. I just heard like something pounding. I hope someone didn't just fall down the steps here. I think it's the NFK. If you have a business or you know someone who has a business and they're like, God, I wish we could get more people in the door of this business. Oh, you got to call me. Okay. This show is set up specifically for the ones that can't afford overpriced and shrinking audience marketing packages for radio. Okay. Set up. I deliver an audience that's bigger. I deliver a product that's better. and it costs about 1/10 of what they charge. Let me help your business, and it is oh so simple. Just send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com, and I'll tell you how it works. That's it. There's no, other than the time it takes you to write, hey, how does this work? And then I do everything for you. And then you consider it. And then maybe we have the next step is a conversation. It's all very low pressure, no pressure. Well, no pressure whatsoever. I don't give a shit what the fuck you do. But I'm telling you, there's a reason why these signs are here behind me and why they stay up, unless if the tape wears out. That's because it works. So reach out, Eric@ericzaneshow.com, just like my pals at Horizon Hydroponics, HORIZEN hydroponics.com. Anywhere in the U.S., not all my sponsors have a footprint throughout the country. Horizon does. So if you grow, it doesn't matter what you grow, call upon the experts to get your necessary supplies. If you love this show, get it from Horizon, okay? You can shop online, and any order over $250 and more, any order over $250, you get free shipping anywhere in the U.S. You can also order it online and then pick it up at one of the brick-and-mortar stores throughout West Michigan, Kalamazoo, and Lansing. And then use the coupon code Zane Show for any online purchase, and it will save you 10%. Okay, how about that? My pal Frank the Tank Fuss, who's probably so annoyed that I sang my new "You Got to Get the Vaccine Mandate" song, or whatever the fuck it was. He's like, "Shut up, you idiot." Frank's like a lot of you dum-dums, I think. I can't say that for sure. In fact, I don't even want to say that now because he's probably going to come up and say, that's not true. I'm just assuming, kind of. Just got a hunch. Anyway, he is an insurance agent, okay? And you need to be more active in the insurance that is protecting you and your family. And the extent of what you need to... Shush! The extent of what you need to be more active is go to buyinsurancehere.com. I've got dogs barking in here. I think Diana is making a ton of noise, and it's really messing with my head. Hang on a second. I just can't take this. Hold on a second. Okay, you're not here, right?
No, I'm driving the boy.
Okay. There's a lot of racket going on in the house, and I thought for sure you were making noise.
No. Teddy's taking a shower.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe
That's exactly what it is. Okay. That is good. That is
maybe he slipped on his soap or something.
You think he's hurt? No.
Well, if you heard a lot of noise, maybe he fell.
No, he's gonna have to lay there helpless till I get done with this. I'm not going in there. Okay. Okay, see. I'll get back to the sponsors in a second. No. I got to finish this. Then I'll tell you the NFK nonsense. Okay, so whether you buy your insurance from the marketplace, you have Medicare in your future of the next 6 months, you or someone you know turning 65. You get insurance from your employer. You need dental insurance. You need car insurance. You need life insurance. Whatever. You need financial advice. It's all Frank Fuss. Frank the Tank Fuss. Independent insurance agent. My Policy Shop Insurance. The title is, he's kind of shopping around for you. This is free. Free. Buyinsurancehere.com is where you need to go. Just fill out the form and then talk to Frank. At the very least, you're spending time with a legend. And when he picks up, say, why is Eric Zane such an asshole? And then he'll go, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't even know why I gave this joker money. I should have never given you bleepers money. Chappelle bit. Full House comedy clubs are throughout West Michigan. Yesterday, we had Ryan O'Flanagan on. He was great. I really enjoyed the conversation with him. go see him. The Spectrum Lanes show got canceled. That was horribly awkward and embarrassing. Hey, you're going to be at Spectrum Lanes tonight. No, it got canceled. Oh, fuck me. Oh, my God. Billy's Lounge tonight. So if you drunks aren't too sloshed, get over there. Or better yet, since you can't drive because you probably lost your license, have your mom take you there. I don't know, get an Uber. Billy's Lounge tonight for Ryan O'Flanagan. There are shows at 7 and 9. There's shows at 7 and 9 p.m. Some of you ladies I know were in love with Ryan. There's that I mentioned that one clip of him with his shirt off. The dude is jacked. Handsome, fresh-faced young man. Ladies, Ryan O'Flanagan. And then tomorrow, never forget that Ryan O'Flanagan is at Back Alley Comedy Club in Muskegon. I can't even get behind that joke, and I stole it from Ben. 2 shows, 7 and 9 p.m. I don't know if you can do comedy on September 11th. I still don't know, 20 years after the fact, one day short of 20 years, that anything can be done. Waylon's doing the show that I'm going to be. I think it's a little different with music because it's, you can say, hey, I would like to remember all those lost by playing this song dedicated to their memory or something like that, which probably will happen tomorrow at the Waylon Hot Air Balloon Festival. But when you're doing comedy, like, hey, September 11th here to make you laugh. Please welcome back the one and only Ryan O'Flanagan. Let's bring him on up. All right. You want tickets, you go to fullhousecomedy.com. Speaking of comedy, Deggy will be here momentarily. Aram says Stu made that joke. Did Stu make it too? I didn't know that. Sarah Rookruck Roosh has September 11th as her birthday. Yeah, well, there's not a lot you can do about that. But these people actually go out of their way to make September 11th like the day for the comedy festival or weddings. Hey, we got married on a beautiful September 11th. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do that. All right. Andrew E., I don't recognize you. Welcome. Maybe I do, but Kate says a shower. Wow. Okay, yeah. Let's unpack the NFK. My wife is concerned about the. I have to kind of keep my voice down here, so we'll get right up on this thing. Diana's turned into a ball breaker. Hold on a second. Diana's turned into a ball breaker. I had to take my headphones off to see that because I want to get a feel for how loud I am. Because if he's right in the next room. Chris says, go loofah his back for him. You don't know how close you are to that, with that statement to actually happening. Tyler says the dogs are barking because they're not used to hearing the shower turn on at this time. This is true. This is probably shower number 15 in the last calendar year, last 13 months, actually, which just sounds ridiculous. Diana bought this thing with a handle on it, like a toilet brush, but it's got loofah where the toilet brush would be. He still hasn't used the fucking thing. We're getting there. I was preparing myself to have to bust him because the pep talk that Diana gave him, I was concerned because I was pretty confident he hadn't taken a shower. So yesterday, I'm like rehearsing in my head what I'm going to do. I'm going to approach him and say, dude, first of all, help me understand why this is not part of your game plan. Explain to me why you refuse to wash your body. And then when I get a fucked up answer, I'm going to say, okay, you can make that choice. I don't care. I'm not Joe Biden. saying you have to get a vaccine. But you can't do it here. I will put your stamp. I was going to say this. I was prepared to say this. I'm going to, if you don't do this, this is the only, we don't have any rules here. We're not going to do that. You're a 60-year-old man. And I'm not going to start now. Either you do it or you don't. And if you don't, well, then you can't stay here anymore. That's it. And then I was actually excited to do it. So I said to Diane, I go, it's been a week. She goes, no, he took one just today. I was talking to her yesterday. She goes, no, he took one yesterday morning. I go, he did? Yeah, you were podcasting. I go, oh, okay, well then problem solved. So then to be in here right now, and he's in the next room taking a shower, I'm like, holy fuck. In fact, I'm going to take a little time right now to go pee and make sure that he's not in the next room because I still want to talk about him. You're like, Zane, how can you possibly do this? No, I can absolutely do this. Because it's fucking ridiculous. Hang on. I got to pee. Jam that loofah in his crack. You sick bastards. All right, back in a minute. I got to pee. All right. I got it down. The timing is perfect. And I'm loud and boisterous. So, we are safe and clear to talk freely amongst ourselves. By the way, on the audio podcast of these shows, I clip out all of that. So, all right, hey, I'll be back. And then 1 second later, it's like the music say, hey, I'm back. See, I'm thinking about you. That's the extent of my post-production. Daggy in 3 minutes. All right, hang on a second. So the NFK today. It's all about the rituals. We're not sure why that is, but every morning, go to the fridge, fill up the water thing with ice, take the water, come sit back down, go back to the fridge, get more ice, put it into a baggie, put it into the freezer for later. It's always an extra step. Can't just go and you would think he would just go to the ice maker when he needed more. No, for some reason, this does happen. So we leave him alone. I mean, this is what was it you guys described to me? He might have autism or something like that, or there's some what is it, OCD, some the whole ritual thing. The idea that he took the fettuccine alfredo this morning, according to Diana, at 7:45 for lunch, the frozen meal, heated it up appropriately in the microwave, scooped it into a Tupperware, seasoned it, put the lid on it, and put it in the fridge. Later on today, he will come back and get that. What? You see the extra step there, right? It's a regular thing. So today he was, and one of the things that he hates is if anybody comes into the kitchen when he's in there. He feels like he's in the way, and he is. He occupies a lot of space. The way he ambles around, and he's just kind of. But I don't mind. But I just work my way around him. So I go in there to get a cup of coffee, and he holds his cup up to the ice maker again and fills it full of ice. And then he sees me. He turns around like he's scared. And, he's about as nimble as a dump truck. Okay. And then he kind of like turns around and stubs the fuck out of his toe. Just like, you can actually, in my mind, I see the little toe just going sideways like, on the stove. Okay. So because the stove sticks out further than the rest of the cabinetry, and that toe, the last, probably the toe next to the baby toe, they all just kind of bash up against and his foot already looks like a hand grenade blew him up in the first place. And then he goes, ow. He looks down at the spot where his foot got hung up, gives it the finger. I haven't seen this happen in a while. And he goes, fuck you. He fucking gives an inanimate object the middle finger, goes, fuck you. I mean, holy fuck. Oh, shit. That is always a classic moment for me. I just love it so much when he gives middle finger to inanimate object. Oh. Kenny says, does he reach in with his hands to get the ice? No, it's automatic. You hold your thing up to the thing on the door, and the ice just comes falling out. Nathan writes, my little sis has a brain injury and gets distracted a lot. We made a calendar so she could stay on track, but also so we could write in what's expected of her. Oh, yeah, I can only imagine what that would be like. No. We're just going to, my goal when we brought in the NFK is make yourself comfortable. Do there's plenty of room here. I got no kids here. My house is your house. By all means, we will take care of you. Wash your asshole. And then other than that, man, I want you to relax and do whatever the fuck you want. Does do the little things that he does bother the shit out of me? Of course they do. But he lives a very simple life. There's no point in me treating him like Joe Biden treating you, demanding that the vaccine be jammed into your body, which is the best news I've heard in a long time. I'm so happy that he's doing that to you. I hope he takes it a step further. I hope it's the National Guard has to kick in your doors. And I'm going to give him the list. I'm going to give him my own list and say, President Biden, these people are where you need to start on the Eric Zane Show podcast audience. Okay. We need to give you sick fuck Dean, Dirk, the Schaefers. What else? Who else can I give you? I can't. Mays. Terry is another dumbass. And I'm going to give them addresses and just make sure that he goes door to door. I want him himself jamming it into you. And I'm going to be urging him on, going, get him. Get him, Joe. Get him. Yes. Woo! Where the fuck is Deggy? Hold on a second here. You know, you got one job. All you got to do is click a damn link. All you have to do is all you had to do was click a link.
Email me.
Yes, hang on a second here. Let me double check. See where I sent you. I sent it to. Hold on. Adam.deggy@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's it. I thought you texted it to me.
Yes, I emailed it to you. Go get on here. I'll talk to you in a second.
All right, peace.
See. Unbelievable. Matt writes, "Hey, Eric, listening to yesterday's Patreon with the audio about Freebeer talking about being a great husband. By the way, you have to hear this. You have to hear this. It wasn't even the best example of it. Back in the day, it would go like this. Oh, yeah, so the Lions won. Hey, did you guys know I'm a great husband? We're like, what, huh? As soon as he leave the room, Howings and I like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Is he crazy? Matt follows up with, earlier this morning I was driving. I figured I'd tune in to observe. And I encourage this. I am encouraging you as an audience to check out my old show just to hear what's happened there. I heard BF say, I don't know what BF is. Oh, he meant FB. I heard Freeber say, today is a funny show. A lot of funny stuff to come. So much, we're not going to tease it. Oh, just stay tuned. Matt says they then went to a 20-minute commercial break. So that's all I heard. That's why radio sucks. Evidently, he now has to talk about how funny he is since the husband thing, oh no, didn't work out so well. Have a good one. Signed, Matt. You are so encouraged to do that as a homework assignment. Listen to my old shitty show. Just before Deggy clicked, I need to fill him in that, wait a minute, where are you? You were right there. Now you're gone. Are you there? What did you do? It looks like your poverty connection is like one. You got like one bar. There you are. Hey,
it's always a struggle.
What the fuck? Okay.
My phone is having some symptoms. I think my phone may have been vaccinated, Zane.
Yeah, it's definitely sick. Now I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh my God.
The audience wants to see your beautiful face.
I can see myself.
Yeah. Okay. There. I think there you are. There you are.
You see me?
Yeah. Yeah. You look like a Pistons cheerleader or a ball boy.
Well, I'd like to have some of those boys' balls, if you know what I mean.
What the fuck?
So I mean, there's some good-looking men on that team.
There absolutely are some good-looking men. You know, in West Michigan, they we no longer have the Pistons affiliate. We have the Denver Nuggets.
Nuggets, yeah.
So
weird.
Did you watch the football game last night?
I did.
How about that freaking great game?
Tom Brady is he's not human, man. It's something about just a kind of a gangly tall white guy who isn't an elite athlete, but he's got it between the ears and the skill and I mean he gets it done, man. It's pretty wild. I feel like my whole life since I can remember that guy's been winning.
It's one of the most bonkers stories, the fact that, you know, I mean, because I think that when he left the Patriots, that was a great thing. It's like, okay, so what's it going to be? Is it going to be is Belichick the one,
right,
or is it Brady? And clearly it's Brady, right?
And I'll be honest, I was one of the guys who was like, well, he's good, but Belichick is the brains of the operation, and he might have been, benefiting from the system, and now he's going to be in a new offense on a new team, and he's old. And I thought he was going to fall flat on his face, but I couldn't have been
right
more wrong. Like looking back in hindsight, I look equally as dumb as someone who stormed the Capitol.
What? No, we'll probably get into more of that political shit because there's plenty to talk about.
There is. I woke up this morning to people saying we don't live in a free country anymore. I had to Google it. Like, we don't?
That's so great. Joshua says, "Who's this clown?" Would you? I want you to now. He is no doubt. That's an insult towards my friend Adam.
You know what? There's a lot of clowns who make a good living entertaining people, so I actually take that as a compliment.
Yeah. Now Joshua Josh is a longtime fan and friend. I love him dearly. He's no doubt assuming you're a jackass because you got medicine in your body.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I also get medicine in my body for cancer that I've had twice now.
Yeah.
And not only do I have to get the treatments for cancer, but then I have to pay for them. Fortunately, I have insurance, so it's not as bad as it could be, but we still live in a country that the health care could probably be better. And because I've had the perspective of someone who's had to think about their own mortality, I have a hard time bitching about things as easy as wearing a mask or getting a vaccine to potentially help others not get sick or even die. So
I think we're at an interesting spot because I'm actually quite happy about the way the world is right now in terms of discussing this. And this is what I mean by that, because I think that it should be okay. And I think that if you say, get it, you're a dumb shit if you don't, I think that's fine. And if I say it, it's fine. And I think that the fucking morons who say that we are morons, I think that's, I don't hold anything against those morons. I love them dearly.
Right.
But they're wrong. So, and I think that the freedom to say it without worrying that, we might hurt our audience's feelings. We're way past that shit, right?
Well, it's just, listen, if you don't want to get it, hey, don't get it. But like many people have said, if you do then get sick and you refuse to get the vaccine, you should be at the bottom of the hospital's priorities. Right?
Yes, I'll go a step further, saying they should be forced to get it. And if they somehow evade the paramilitary maneuver that jams it into their body, they shouldn't be allowed to go to the hospital, and insurance should not cover it.
Listen, Zane, it's one thing to say you don't want to get the vaccine. It's another thing to say that we don't live in a free country anymore because you have to wear a mask and people are suggesting you get the vaccine. I mean, can you imagine if we could interview someone who actually lived in the country not as a free citizen, like a slave, and the one thing they bitched about the most was the pants they had to wear? Are you fucking kidding me? Just think about do these people think about how ridiculous they sound in the grand scheme of things? Like, it's entitlement at the highest level. If you were able to post on Facebook that we don't live in a free country anymore, and you're not immediately taken out of your house and murdered for being able to say that publicly, you probably do live in a free country.
If we don't live in a free country, well, then I need the shock entertainment value of seeing the stormtroopers burst into my neighbor's house and drag him out and take him to the gulag. I need to see that happen. And to the long-winded answer to Joshua's question, Adam Deggy is a comedian.
Yeah.
And he's a dear friend of mine, even though he doesn't. Do you still do the Deggy draft? Because I have not yet been in the Deggy draft.
I do the Deggy draft in April when the NFL draft happens. Yes. I thought you were too cool for school, man. I didn't think you wanted anything to do with it, Zane.
Come on. Too cool for school. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, you've never really been a sports guy. I know that you do the hockey thing for the Griffins or whatever, but I've always felt like you're more of a book guy,
Oh, Jesus. You need to oh, well, definitely not a book guy. And
I'm kidding. I tease.
I know it. I know you do. But I am pretty stoked about the NFL season this year, actually, for a lot of reasons. But getting back to your point about Tom Brady, it's just fantastic. And again, I don't know how he does it, because outside of his height, I mean, it isn't like he throws. I think he throws a very accurate ball.
It just goes to show you how underrated just skill and intelligence and experience and decision making is. I mean, because from the beginning, from the day he was drafted, he was never a big arm guy who could throw the thing 80 yards or a guy who was super quick and athletic. He's just always been smart and been able to get it done. And apparently it doesn't matter which system he's in. I mean, granted, he's had a lot of talent around him, especially in Tampa Bay, but the he's great. And when I say he's a good decision maker, what I mean is when the NFL said, please get the vaccine, he did.
There you go. We're getting back to that. To further your point, I think that one of the things about him that might be that makes him great is he might have some type of spider sense where he knows his receivers. He has a very small learning curve, quick learning curve to know how they behave so that he can read them. He knows exactly. And he's not afraid to execute a throw or maybe stand in pressure, knowing full well, if I just wait 1 split second longer, I can, and then I release the ball, then I will be able to do this.
So much of it is feel for the game, and he knows where to put the ball. He obviously knows his playbook. He knows where his receivers want it, each individual receiver. And he can read a defense, obviously, really well. I mean, the dude's the GOAT for a reason,
Right. And I'm not even sick of him now, because now he's gotten to a point where he's won so much now at age 44. I want to see if he can get to like 50.
I will say, too, even as a Michigan fan, I was never a huge Brady guy because the Patriots were so good for so long. They're like the Yankees of football. They just always won. And they were like very conservative, where there was like, there's rules, or they seemed no fun or boring. But now Tampa Tom, though, he's talking shit. He's getting drunk. He's throwing the trophy from boat to boat. I love this new guy.
Yeah. I think. Can you imagine if he had a crash and burn scenario like Tiger Woods? The worst. Oh my God.
Well, that's the thing. He's squeaky clean. He's like the Tom Hanks of the sports world, where you're like, how can this guy be so perfect and be at, perform at this high of a level for so long? There's got to be some dirt, But
I know it,
and I'm sure people are looking for it, but nobody's found anything.
I kind of have a crush on him.
Oh my God, yeah, the dude is perfect.
He was at the Hall of Fame induction. He's sitting there, and they referenced that he was there, and everybody starts booing him, and you could tell it was a respectful boo.
Yes,
and
you have
like,
to
what
booed like that unless you have tormented every other franchise for 15 plus years.
Holy shit!
Like, I don't know that he has I'm willing to bet he doesn't have a losing record against more than like 1 or 2 teams, and those are the teams he's only played a handful of times and just for whatever reason lost more than he won. But
frankly, we need him to die in a helicopter crash so they can stop talking about stop talking about Kobe. That's the
no, I don't I don't know what's gonna have to happen. The dude is like, he sleeps in those cryogenic chambers, and I'm sure plowing a supermodel.
Yeah.
Some years to your life as well. So he's got a lot going for himself.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about this. Did I read, was that true? You had been canceled from your second comedy venue?
No, that was a total joke.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, I was taking off one show at a venue
I remember.
in the spring, but this last time was a total joke. I was supposed to do a show at Sullivan Field on the west side of Grand Rapids, and then I was offered to headline the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase this weekend. And you know, I like I just said, I've got the medical bills. I need the money. I've got a baby on the way, for Christ's sake.
I know it, man. I'm sorry. How is your lovely better half doing with that?
My wife is she's hanging in there. She's had a lot on her plate, and she is man, I don't think I've ever met a stronger person mentally and physically. She could definitely kick my ass.
I worked with her for quite some time at Cumulus. She was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, she's amazing, you know. So she's as cool, calm, and collective as I could ask for in a pregnant wife.
When is the little one coming to town?
January. The baby boy's due. We're having a boy. Yeah.
All right. I'm stoked for you. And I remember the last time we had you on, it was just before your appearance at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Detroit. How did that go?
It went awesome, man. So the album that I recorded that weekend, my second comedy album, is going to be released this October. It's going to be on iTunes, Spotify, all the platforms. It should be on Sirius XM radio, and I'm going to sell some download cards, maybe some CDs. I'm pretty excited about it. It's better than the first one, for sure. The first one was kind of you know, it was the first one. You're always better the second time. You know, when you lose your virginity, you're not that great. And then the second time, you're probably still terrible. But, you know, maybe by my third album, it'll be something enjoyable for women.
I've gotten to a point in the podcast where I kind of just, I know we're jumping around a little bit, but, and I want to see if you've considered this too. When it comes to sensitive topics that people get pissed off about, the one that comes to mind is vaccination, masks, COVID.
Of course, yeah.
I just
somehow it's become political, which is just insane to me.
It is. It absolutely is. I just let it fly, and then if they can handle it, great.
There's a lot of other countries that wear masks and get vaccinated, and it hasn't been a problem, and they didn't vote for Biden because the election means nothing to them. So the fact that people think it's just this thing from the left is laughable.
Right. Well, I guess what I wanted to get to is, do you avoid those topics, or do you dive right in?
For the most part. You know what though? I actually have a promo video that I'm gonna put out there pretty soon for my album, and it is me ranting on stage about how everybody thought 2020 was the worst year ever. And I say, you know, I actually got stage 3 cancer in 2019, so I didn't think it was that bad. But I'm sorry you couldn't dine in at Chick-fil-A for 6 months. That must have been real tough on you people.
That's excellent. That is excellent. Is your health, are we still in a weird spot? I mean,
no. So I had a second surgery under my right arm to remove about a dozen lymph nodes. Fortunately, only one of them came up with cancer, but they take the rest out as a precautionary measure. So I had a drainage tube in from surgery that ended up causing an infection that was probably the worst 48 hours I've had since I've been diagnosed. It could have been the tube and the infection, but it also could have just been side effects from the vaccine and the chip they put into me. But no, I finally got the tube out, and I'm going to physical therapy. My arm's kind of getting back to normal, where the pain has subsided a little bit, and now I'm gonna start treatment again, but it's gonna be a different treatment than the first time, which is gonna have a whole nother series of side effects. But it could be worse, man. It could be a lot worse.
Are you still considered a stage 3?
So technically, at the moment, I've got a scan Monday, but since they took that lymph node out of me, I'm technically, as far as things that they can see on a scan, cancer-free. Now, it's been 3 months since my last scan, so it could have made its way to my dick. I don't know yet.
Yeah, it probably did.
Yeah, which would explain why it's so girthy. But technically, knock on wood, fingers crossed, I'm cancer-free. We'll see how the scan goes. And there's a lot of things microscopic they can't see sometimes. But so technically, I'm no stage, And then the hope is it doesn't go back to the lymph nodes or something worse where it ends up in an organ. But I'm doing the treatment kind of as a clean sweep of the body to get anything they can't see on scans.
Shit.
So I could just do a wait and see approach, but you kind of weigh the pros with the cons.
Yeah. And this all started with just a bump on your back or a
just
strange
a mole on my back, man, that I had since I was a kid. So if I always say it, but if you've got something weird on your skin, and especially if it's changed shape, color, size, and it's not symmetrical, that's another sign. Definitely get that thing looked at. I procrastinated. I should have had it looked at years and years ago, and I didn't. And obviously I'm in a not ideal situation now. So get your fucking skin looked at, Whitey.
Yeah, no, man, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Fuck,
you can't make me do it.
Fuck no. What are you gonna do? Keep me from dying? Are you having any problems on Facebook?
I've had a lot in the past. Yeah, I'm trying to be better, but I don't know. It's just so easy for me to rant and speak my mind. I'm trying to stick away from it. I really am, but it's hard.
I got in trouble again. I'm just finishing up a 7-day stint in the clink. and they actually said, they actually sent me a message that you are about to be deplatformed.
Right.
Because as soon as you get nicked once, and the latest was I called the guy a dumb white ape. And it was in response to the Rogan when he said he's taking.
Oh my God, the dewormer! Yeah,
what a fucking asshole! I mean, are you serious?
I've been in the Facebook confinement, I think twice, maybe 3 times. But they've gotten softer. You used to be able to tell people they were stupid.
I know, and
usually all I do is say sorry about your brain, and I've even gotten in trouble for that. It really depends on what you could almost say anything as long as nobody reports you. But when you have a platform like yourself and people are insecure and you do make them feel stupid because they are, and
they are stupid. That's absolutely true.
And yeah, when you tell somebody they're dumb, they get very upset. So then they report you, and then Facebook says, "Hey, I know this person is stupid, and they probably do sleep with their siblings, but you can't tell them that."
Oh shit, I love it so much. So yeah, I think if I make the initial post, because the initial post said pie-faced meathead anti-vaxxer encourages jam, and then I wrote who's slightly more popular than me,
just slightly, yeah,
which is a joke, and it says jam horse whatever. Then some of the people were even going, I can't believe you think he's only slightly more popular than you. And it's like, how can you
not understand the sarcasm?
Right.
God. But you gotta, I tell you what I've realized especially the last year, if not the previous 4, is that at least half of the country is below average intelligence, Zane. At least half. I mean, can you remember being naive enough to think like, oh, there's only 10% of stupid people? And then you're like, oh, wait, no, it's half of us? Half of the people breathing, stealing our oxygen are fucking morons?
I think that the audience, that when I throw these trolls out and I'm trying to rile people up, and then people respond so pissed off.
Yeah,
and then
of course
what I've noticed is, you know what doesn't happen? My reinforcements do not back me up. I've got about 3 that'll go, hey, yeah, wait a minute, but we're outnumbered and we get the fuck beat out of us every time.
People don't want to get in the middle of it, saying, not everybody is as aggressive as us, and it's also, there's probably people are insane.
And it's like I'm surrounded. I'm sitting there throwing punches, and they're sucker punching me and fucking calling me a rapist and shit. I mean,
God knows, you've probably experienced road rage from some dude whose dad didn't hug him enough in a pickup truck.
Oh yeah.
And there's millions of those guys and girls that are on the internet, and I mean, who knows with these people, man?
Yes.
I mean, if it's the same people who refuse to wear a mask because they won't live in fear,
Yes.
but they've got a gun in every corner of the house.
These are people who beat off to glamour shots of Ashley Babbitt.
Oh my goodness. Just cranking it to that Majority Green lady who, whatever her name is, what a batshit crazy woman she is.
I think you're talking about Marjorie Green, and she
there
is.
You go.
Oh God, is she
Marjorie, miserable, whatever her fucking name is.
Oh my God, what the fuck? All right, listen, Deggy, I'm glad to have you on here. I want people to go to your website, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. What do they do?
So, my website, like many of the freeways in West Michigan, is in construction.
Okay.
A change, but we'll be up hopefully by the end of the week. It's adam-deggy.com. I can't ever remember. I've killed a lot of brain cells. But I am on all the social media. I've got the page on Facebook, Adam Deggy Comedy, and then Instagram. I'm even on the TikTok. Just because I've given up and I don't have respect for myself. And, the Twitter as well. All the places that you can find me and comment how much you hate me and
sure.
And, threaten me via instant message. Have at it,
Good. Now, and it's DEGI if you're looking for that.
Yes, sir.
Is the new release that you recorded at Mark Ridley's, is that out right now?
It is not out. I'm gonna bug you to come back on here. It'll be out in October.
Okay, good. I would love to do that. And did I see right that you titled it Limp Nodes?
Yes, Limp Node, LIMP nodes. It's kind of a play on words.
Yeah, it is.
I've had lymph nodes removed from each side of my body, and I call it lymph nodes because it's an old baby picture of me grabbing my
I see it.
ween.
I saw that picture. It's really funny, so it'll work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, excellent, man. I just want to bring you in here because it's just fun reconnecting with Adam Deggy.
Listen, I'll try to get your back next time. You text me. You let me know the next time these trolls are coming at you, and I'll post some dick pics or something.
To be fair, I mean, I troll them first. So
yeah,
I bring it on. I bring it on, and I don't care that they bring it back. They are entitled to their dumb shit opinions. I mean, I'm fighting a losing battle, and then I end up getting fucking muted for it.
You got the entitled part right. They are certainly entitled.
Yes. Okay. All right, Daggy, I appreciate you, man.
I love you, Zane. Take it
love you
easy,
too.
Man.
Say hi to your lovely better half, your lovely wife.
I will.
Okay, see ya.
Peace.
There you go, Adam Deggy. Shit, yeah, Adam Deggy. Yeah, Adam Deggy. Yeah. Adam Deggy. I'm not done. I just wanted to remind you that Mandate! Mandate! It's so great! Mandate! It's so great! Gotta get your shot, yeah. Government workers, get your shot, yeah. Government workers, get your shot. Government workers, get your shot, yeah. Government workers, get your shot. All right. Thank you to Adam. Sorry, I'm laying it on thick, I know, but I find this to be this is like the biggest day in American history since we declared our independence. I am so happy about this. Want to remind you that I'm on Cameo, cameo.com/Eric Zane. Hire me there. It's only $15.99. I will do it for you live on the show if you want. It could be workplace achievement. Congratulations on graduating from college. Maybe you want me to bust your buddy's balls. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. If you're looking for a new job and you have a CDLB with passenger endorsements, I've got something for you. Buscareers.com. But you're not driving a school bus. You are driving a limo bus. 16 people or more you're driving requires CDLB. Eric Zane show knows that. Over 26,001 pounds, you're driving that a gross vehicle weight rating of 26,001 pounds. You need a CDLB. I know that because I am studying. Yes, you see it right here. The commercial driver's license manual. I need to know this inside and out. Forwards and backwards. I got a test coming up, not next week, but the week after. Secretary of State's. Pass my test. Then I pass my driver's test. And then, boom, I have my CDLB. Some of you already have that. And, you're making a pretty good living driving that thing around right now. But wouldn't you like to, work whenever you want to? As much or as little as you want? Let's say you're an old person, retired. You just want to drive a little bit. You got that CDLB. You go to buscareers.com and say, hey, I want in. Eric Zane says you got jobs. Yeah, you're going to make that $18 an hour that everybody makes, but you're going to add, I don't know, as you drop the folks off at Comerica Park, watch Netflix for 3 hours. They get back in all hammered. You take them back, and then they throw piles of money at you. It works out to, I don't know, like $50 an hour. That's not bad. It's a little better than what you're doing. You're wearing nice clothes in an air-conditioned bus. You don't have a bunch of snot-nosed kids going, hey, shut the fuck up, man. My mom says I can tell you to eat shit. Screw that shit. Forget that rat race. Drive for the premier limousine bus transportation company in America. Affordable Limousine. Nearly 40 vehicles in their fleet, most of which are buses and shuttles and trolleys and awesome stuff like that. And you're driving around these sweet people on their wedding day or a bachelorette party. Chicks are listening to Cardi B and they're flirting with you and shit. Oh, my God, it's incredible. And then you're getting paid to do that job. Oh, God, it's a great, great place to work. I work for Affordable Limousine. That's why they're right there. In fact, I pissed Justin off this weekend because I said, hey, dude, I got plans now for Saturday. Fuck, I told you I needed an Abby. You didn't commit, so I got plans. Eat shit. I'm not doing it. Buscareers.com. Quit screwing around and get after it. You worked hard to get that CDLB with passenger endorsements. Now earn double the money and work on your schedule. Been a rough week for Rick and his family at TC Paintball. Been thinking about you guys a lot. Rest in peace to Rick's beloved nephew. Laid to rest yesterday. And with that in mind, he, of course, is still serving the community with an amazing entertainment option for you. If you would consider gathering up the troops and go hang out for a day at TC Paintball. Fully stocked pro shop. Basically, you walk in with your group, fill out your waiver, throw your money at them, and then you got 3 hours of war. My God, is this great. I love the outdoor venues. Airball, behind the inflatables, or in the village. It's like you're walking through some shithole neighborhood in Juarez, Mexico. Ordnance flying right by you. Incredible. Maybe capture the flag. TCPaintballGR.com, where you get all the information. Book your party, bachelor, bachelorette, a bunch of you stupid rednecks. Doesn't matter. Workplace team building. Wednesday is Kids Day. Get your kid there by 5 o'clock. Low-impact weaponry. Joe Martinez asked me to talk to you about $79 to get your furnace tuned up. All right? Tuned up for the winter. Just $79. A&E Heating and Cooling. Another great business, mom and pop, that is committed to the Eric Zane Show podcast audience and show. Thank you. And installing the Comfort Maker brands of air conditioners and furnaces. That is a great thing. The best in the business. So whether you need just a tune-up or you have an after-hours service call perhaps, or you just need a new furnace. 616-516-8579. Go get 3 estimates. Get 2 from I don't care who. Doesn't matter who you get them from. Joe's going to beat it. If he doesn't say, yeah, Eric Zane told me you're going to beat this guy right here, And he's going to go, ay, ay, ay. 616-516-8579 for A&E Heating and Cooling. All right. Let's see. Corey says, I hate big government. Actually, so you're wrong again. Just not an idiot oh, no, okay. I see there's a little, there's a discussion going on between Zaniacs about this whole vaccine thing. That's what's been like the hot button thing. So I'm letting you guys slug that out. Oh, man, we got all the heavy hitters involved in this one. You got Corey M., Bleeding Heart Brian is in the mix, Patriot Nick, Red State Dirk. Oh, God. We have a full-on discussion going on about this. Ooh. So, yeah, have at it. Have at it. I don't care. Hey, do it. I encourage that. All I know is this. Last night, Biden had a red ass. He actually said, I'm losing patience with you. He was sharp. He read that thing verbatim. He didn't get in the weeds and talk about, wasn't it just the other day he said that something used to be known as a tornado?
Looks like a tornado. They don't call them that anymore.
Oh.
That hit the crops and wetlands in the middle of the country and Iowa and Nevada.
The wetlands in Nevada. They're everywhere. The whole state's a jungle.
It's just across the board. And as I said, we're in this together.
Well, President Harris needs to corner him and say, when I said you can't talk anymore, unless you're reading something, you seem to have reading down okay, for the most part. When I told you, don't talk anymore, I meant it. And I'm going to stick I'm going to pull my black foot out of this high heel and stick the shoe right up your asshole. Okay? If you say one more fucking word with your hand rubbing your face and you're going, tornadoes, used to be called tornadoes and anymore. The jungles in Nevada. He still possesses some degree of acumen when he's reading. Now he's outlining President Harris's mandate. I, by the way, agree with you. This man is cuckoo. He is not, I believe that. I believe that he's not fit to be president. But the words that he said, because of his mental, he has issues. There's no question. You can't deny that. Anybody who says it used to be called tornadoes in the wetlands in Nevada, don't tell me otherwise. But the boss, President Harris, and whoever these other people that we don't see are, telling him to read something that I agree with is kind of weird because when Biden's reading, he's all right, and he's reading someone else's words saying that I'm losing patience with you. I am too. So I'm all for that. So President Biden announced the most sweeping COVID-19 vaccine requirements yet yesterday. This is actually a pretty big deal. Now, there's going to be all sorts of constitutional challenges, okay? But if you would just indulge me for 1 minute. As Daisy cleans Bruce, isn't that cute? Look at, she's grooming that boy. How adorable is that? No one's even paying attention to what I'm saying because Daisy, who normally beats the shit out of him, is taking care of her little brother. So let me get a screenshot of that. I guess I can later. But anyway. Okay. So when Biden says, I'm making roughly 100 million Americans, I mean, you're preaching to the choir. I'm with him on that. I would love that. This is probably not going to work out, though. I imagine it won't. There's, I hate to say it, but there's that little thing called the Constitution, and you can't really just say, well, We're going to walk all over that. In my mind, we should, but we won't. We cannot. Those are the rules that we got to stick by them. But just for that one moment in time, I just pictured stormtroopers bursting into the Schaefer household and with a dart gun right into the titty of Andrea with the vaccine. I would love that. It would make me so happy. It would go right in both titties. The new measure includes a vaccine mandate for all federal workers and contractors. That's not going to work. And a requirement that large companies must mandate vaccines or regular testing for employees. My job as president is to protect all Americans. So tonight I'm announcing the Department of Labor is developing, it's not yet there, an emergency rule to require all employers with 100 or more employees that together employ over 80 million workers to ensure their workforce are fully vaccinated or to show a negative test at least once a week. And I was like, how in the world can you possibly do that? My first question is, what if you're an employer that says, well, I've got 150 people here, and I don't agree with that. What are you going to do? How can that possibly be? Biden said that many large companies already require vaccinations. Well, whatever. Who cares? What if you're a company that doesn't want to prescribe to that? I can see that. I would, again, I would love it if they had to be forced to do this, but you can't do that. I think there's something in this story that indicates what his plan is. The devil's in the details, as they say. The Department of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Administration is developing a rule requiring all employees with at least 100 employees, employers with at least 100 employees, make sure the workforce is fully vaccinated. OSHA will issue an emergency temporary standard to introduce the vaccine requirement. Companies that fail to comply could face $14,000 fines per violation, according to Biden. Even I, who love the idea of forced vaccinations, I know full well there is no fucking way this is going to work. No way in hell. Talk about an easily defeated effort, in my opinion. That was just one of the mandates and changes the president announced in a speech on boosting vaccinations and battling the COVID-19 pandemic. The president also announced vaccination requirements for healthcare providers. Okay, here's where it gets weird. That accept Medicare and Medicaid. So let's say you're a hospital system, and of course they accept Medicare and Medicaid. Well, that's a government program. So I think what they're doing there, that's kind of like do this or else, and then that would really fuck up. That would upset the apple cart within the hospital system if you suddenly say, well, then Medicare, Medicaid, that is going to become compromised for this day going forward if you don't do this. Oh, boy, this sounds sticky and complex to me. Something that I don't think can be settled with just, I'm making this so. Don't call it a tornado. For all federal employees and contractors and for the staffs of Head Start programs, Department of Defense schools, and Bureau of Indian Education operated schools. Biden had announced in July the federal workforce would need to provide evidence that they had been vaccinated or submit to regular testing, blah, 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 blah. Now, all right, so there's that. That's all very, that's a lot of saber rattling, okay? That to me, I can understand the attempt, but I think that comes at a cost because I don't think there's legal grounds to pull that off. Just my humble, meager opinion of this. I haven't read anything. It just seems to me like I don't think America can possibly go down that road. I'd love it, but it won't. Republicans are holding his own words against him, saying Joe Biden told Americans when he was elected that he would not impose vaccine mandates. That's true. He did say that. So now they're saying he lied. That's not a lie. That's, I changed my mind. That is, I thought we were doing better. We're not. Thus, I am changing the rule, or Kamala Harris is changing the rule. So here's where I stand now. So that's not lying. Again, none of this is going to matter. It's going to get blown up. I would love it if you all got vaccinated, because I think that is the key. But you won't, because you're jackasses. What the fuck? Well, that's where we sit. The war in chat continues. I'm not going to go over it blow by blow. You can get into it on your own, but we have a flurry of activity going on. It's just blown up. The ceasefire is over. Battle lines are drawn, and I couldn't be more happy. Well done to you all. Hey, what's going on over there, you two? Daisy is actually licking the penis of Bruce. Not like the penis is not out. You know, like dogs have that sheath that holds the lipstick. She's actually licking that. If you keep that up, that's going to be a problem. All right. I apologize. Ton of COVID stuff in the news today. So I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. I think we can all agree that this bitch is insane. This is some community in Lincoln, Nebraska. And for whatever reason, and it might be in the community, I don't know if it's a store-wide thing. I know for sure in this particular grocery store, they had hey, you can't come in unless you got a mask. No, I mean, even you all who are stubborn in the audience, you're not going to be the woman or the man to break that rule. If you are, you do run a risk of something happening. Okay, it could get a little bit wonky for you. But if you see on the screen right now, look at the face of this crazy bitch. That is a face of a sick, crazy maniac. What the hell happened? Well, here's what happened. First of all, let me just say that the most powerful weapon today is a cell phone. If you are up to no good and you see a cell phone come flying out, get the fuck out of there, man. Because shit is going to happen in a bad way for you. Okay? Even if you're so blinded with rage that you think that you're right, it's just going to blow up. And you're going to have happen to you what is happening now to this woman. Okay? Cancellation is a very real thing. So the lady, so this is what you do all day? No, but also, yeah, if you do it right, it takes all day.
You just look out the window the whole time?
Yeah, I guess. If you do it right, it takes all day.
The lady.
What do you actually look at?
That guy and wherever that thing is and the lady.
And that's entertaining?
No, but also yes.
Don't ask me the rationale for that. I have no idea. It just popped in my head. They're like, hey, what are you doing? And then I guess somebody called her out on it. I'm not sure how it all got started. But the lady got pissed off, and she started coughing on everybody. It's been a while since we've had one of these, but this is cell phone audio of this sick bitch. I can actually share the screen here. I'm sorry, I'm kind of being an idiot. I want you to be able to see it at the same time that I'm seeing it. All right. I wish it was easier to do this, but I'm so shitty at it. I apologize. It always loses momentum. Okay, here you go. This is the moment that I was describing for you.
That's excuse me?
Excuse me. I'm coming through.
You're so cute.
That's part 2. This is part 1. A little bit more of an explanation. Oops. I screwed this up. Damn it, asshole. Okay.
Because I don't need to have one on. I'm not sick and neither are you.
Okay, but you don't have to be coughing at me. You don't know who's sick or not.
Hey, you my allergy.
You
I
don't
have
know if you're
allergies.
sick or not by looking
Oh,
at
you
somebody.
yeah. And so 2 years ago, before anybody started talking about COVID, you were okay with that, though, going out not knowing you were sick, right?
You don't know anything
Right?
about my health.
I don't.
Yeah, she's coughing at me.
I have my allergies, and she got all freaked out because I'm coughing.
No, she's coughing.
How do you know? You don't know, and she just said, I don't know anything about her health. You don't know anything about my health. Maybe I have a medical release. I don't need to wear a mask.
Okay, bye.
Okay, all right, everybody, I've had it with you. Enough.
I'm not sick, and neither are you.
One more time.
You don't know if you're sick or
Really
not.
started coughing.
It's my allergy.
You
I
don't
have
know if you're sick
allergies.
or not by looking at
Oh,
somebody.
yeah. Excuse me. And so I'm coming through. Before anybody started talking about COVID, you were okay with that, though, going out not knowing you were sick, right?
Fucking
That's not
asshole.
right about my health.
I don't.
Yeah, she's coughing
What
at
an
me.
asshole.
I have my allergies, and she got all freaked out.
Holy shit. That's rough. So, where does that leave us? Now, she's in Lincoln, Nebraska. This is why the cell phone is the most dangerous weapon of mass destruction that exists today. That video goes viral. All the way in some community in Arizona is a business software company called SAP. The big bad internet machine sleuthed her out. I don't know if SAP saw it or if somebody said, hey, this is your lady. Excuse me, the lady. Well, she's fucking fired. They fired her. The health and safety of our employees in the communities in which we live and work are of utmost concern to us. So maybe she worked remotely from Nebraska. I don't know. We are taking the matter of an SAP employee incident very seriously and investigating the situation. We have reviewed the incident. We can confirm that the individual in question no longer works for SAP. Yes! Oh, that makes me happy. That is absolutely fantastic. Great news. And then if you're her, now it's like, now what are you going to do? You're famous. Seriously. My God, all this over a fucking mask. That couldn't be more fantastic. Holy shit. All right, the war still continues. The Duchess of New Jersey says good consequences for her own stupid actions. Stupid games. Play stupid games. Get stupid prizes. Let's see. Dean, didn't you have this happen to you? Sick fuck Dean. Been there, guys. The asshole that did. I remember was 1 second from having his head removed from his body. I forget how that worked. Oh, no, I know what it was. You didn't have a mask on, right? Was that how it was? I forget the particulars of it. You couldn't have had a mask on, right? How did that go again? I regrettably want to have to bring you on. I hate doing that because you're sick fuck Dean. Shit. This makes me sad. Oh, hey, are you there? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Hey, how are the horses doing?
Oh, they're doing great, dude.
The Queen of the Forest wants to visit and pet the horses.
Oh, I'll let her pet a horse. The biggest stud in the barn.
Wait a second. What the fuck is that? That's why I call you sick fuck Dean. You fucking asshole. Let her pet a horse, the biggest stud in the barn. The fuck is that, Dean? Fucking asshole. All right.
I'm glad you called.
Jesus. All right, Dean. Yeah. Were you the guy that wasn't wearing the mask in that incident?
Yeah, I was standing there minding my own business when the guy came up to me.
Now, it's a little different. There was no rules. You could have went in there without a mask, right?
Yeah, it was recommended at the time, and yeah, I was just minding my own business.
Okay. And the guy, he just walked up to you and like started to bust you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I just heard the rooster.
Yeah, we've got, I don't know, 80 chickens here
Yeah.
too, so plenty of eggs.
So, yeah, okay, that's how you were the guy. Now, if I remember correctly, he just walked up to you and started to talk to you, didn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, he started videotaping me and standing there with a stupid camera, his phone out, videotaping me. And I said, hey, guy, yep, I know you're videotaping me. I'm not wearing a mask and I don't care. And that set him off, and he just kept getting worse and worse. And finally, he just pulled his mask down, got 3 inches from my face, and blew in my face. He goes, "I just had COVID 2 weeks ago. How'd that work out for you?"
Okay, that was the big moment right there. Boy, you're right, man. In hindsight, he is so lucky he didn't die.
The fist, I was in my stance. My fist was already clenched. I'm like, if he does it, I'm going to protect my son at all costs. And he blew in my face, and it was a millisecond. I'm like, nope, because I'll be the one in jail, and that jackass will end up somehow crawling out of it. And I'm like, nope.
Maybe, but I think that the actual blowing on you is considered assault, and you could have absolutely have defended yourself.
Yeah. I've talked to several police officers. They said I wouldn't have stopped. I would have laid him out. And I'm like, I have other issues that in my personal life. Boy, I'd not do that. You know,
that's a weird amalgamation. The fact that he's wearing the mask, but then he gets aggressive with you, and then ends up with that type of assaultive behavior like that. That's it's really strange.
Yeah, there were probably 50% of the people in the store not wearing masks, but he chose to attack me, which I still don't understand why, but that's all right.
So I'm really hoping that your door gets kicked in and the National Guard blow darts a vaccine into you.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that,
man.
if that comes to that point.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah, that's all right. He can make all the executive orders he wants, and
he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember. He doesn't have any idea.
I know.
He doesn't even remember.
Go ahead.
Hey, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was they've changed the name of tornadoes.
Well, he just came out with something the other day. He was talking about, in June of 2020, we're going to do this. And everybody's looking like, that was last year, dummy.
Oh, fuck me. What the fuck? Horrible.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I've had several people that recognized me from the store came up. They said, have you seen that guy around here anymore? I'm like, nope, I haven't seen him. So I'm just go about my business, leave me alone, and I'll leave you alone. So
fair enough. All right, Dean, get out of here.
Say hi to Pooh for me.
Shut up, you sick fuck. Get out of here. Fuck off. Idiot. Yeah, I got a horse for her to pet. A big stud. Bruce, fucking knock it off. He's humping the shit out of this. The show just got very sexual just now. Come on. All right, I've had it with you people. I'm done with this shit. On the Patreon, I swear I'm going to get to the story about the COVID sniffing dogs. Some dumb bitch goes the extra mile to try to get on an airplane. Phil Collins from the band Genesis is fucked. And fucking knock it off. An update on Jack Morris. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. That's where I want you to take your car to get it fixed. 616-532-6600. If you are in West Michigan or even outline of West Michigan, I think it's well worth it to take your vehicle to a trusted source. Sometimes, you don't know exactly what you're getting. You're like me, you don't know shit about cars. You're like, they could say, you need a whole new motor. And I'd be like, okay. They could probably pull that off with a moron like me. You can trust Irvine's because they're my friends and I love them dearly. So that's all you need. ERVINES.com, Irvines.com, 616-532-6600. If you want to ever hear this ad word for word of what I just said, listen to the Threads podcast. They actually listen to my ads, transcribe it, write it down, and then they just say it themselves. Jason Terry. How dare you? Totally kidding. Irvines.com to get your vehicle repaired. Please go there. If you need a mortgage, similar to A&E Heating and Cooling, go ahead and get a couple of, talk to a couple other mortgage professionals, and just make sure that Mario is included in that from the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Call them 231-332-6505 today. Any state in America with the exception of South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. And then there's the amazing folks at Blue Frost IT. Online at bluefrostit.com. This is a multifaceted business. They do managed IT service provider work for your small or medium-sized business. That means that's your tech department. When things go south, you call up Blue Frost, and then Alan will take care of it, either remotely or he'll show up at your place and fix what the problem is tech-wise. Gone are the days when you have to unplug all your shit and take it to Best Buy. Then there's project work. We're moving the office, and we want the new place to have all sorts of wall jacks and be wired appropriately with a closet for all of our tech, cooled appropriately. Do you do all that? Yeah, I build all that stuff. Oh, okay. Well, we also want brand new tech. We're going new computers for the workstations, new routers, new servers, new monitors, new printers, everything. Can we tell you our needs and then you make a recommendation? Yes, that's a project work. Okay, great. Then you have that complimentary consultation. Off you go, and then your business is humming. If you're the boss and you got old shit, you're losing tons of time, which is money, and your employees hate you. That means you don't give a shit about your employees if you give them shitty tech. So call on Blue Frost IT, the number one rated tech company, managed IT and project work company for IT in West Michigan, as voted on by their peers. All right. Blue Frost IT, 616-200-8550, or send them an email, info@bluefrostit.com. All right. We are ready to go for the asshole of the day. Do you have any nominations? What did we do again? I spent a considerable amount of time beating up my old show again, and gave you very specific moments of why I'm so pissed off and why this festers, and I keep receipts. If you'd have just shut the fuck up, if you'd have just gone with the flow of trying to build a nice rapport, you wouldn't be public enemy number one. Okay? And I'm done. So this is a lifelong endeavor for me now. I am not that. You are my project going forward. You are part of a big, big project. Ever see that scene in what the fuck was that movie with the guy coin flip, heads and tails? You live it. Call it with the bad haircut. Anton Chigurh. What's that movie? Brolin. Is it James Brolin Jr.? Is that his name? James Brolin. What's that movie? Tommy Lee Jones. Is it There Will Be Oil? Oil in Texas. Tijuana oil, Tijuana blood. There will be pain. It's something. Is it There Will Be Blood? Is There Will Be Blood the one that is milkshake? I drink your milkshake. What is the one I'm thinking of? That modern day Western? It was so awesome. Hold on a second. Hey, knock it off, for God's sake. What was that movie? Anton Chigurh. And there it is. There it is, motherfucker. No Country for Old Men. Yes. And the dude, the cowboy guy, James Brolin, Is it Brolin or Brolin Jr. or Mike Brolin Jr.? I'm gonna make it. He's in the hospital. Yeah, I got something for you. I'll make you a project. I'm gonna make you my own little project. Click. Josh Brolin, that's it. I'm gonna make you my own little project. That's how I feel right now. Corey writes, "Come on, you two. I'm fucking doing a show here. Knock it the fuck off." Corey writes, "I could see Eric and Joe being friends again if Joe ever left that show. Maybe." Derek says, "Asshole of the day, whoever's pulling Biden's strings." No, those are the good people. Those are, you want to have people pulling his strings. You want him calling the shots, you fucking dummy? We'll be in a war. You know, he'll you don't want the guy who's mentally incapacitated who thinks that the tornado name change, that there's been a tornado name change, calling the shots. So you want to have the people, somebody's got to do the job. I mean, come on. No, that's not the asshole of the day. No, those are good people. And they're doing good work by trying to get a dumb shit like you, which you are, to get the vaccine. But you won't because you're a dumbass. Everybody knows it. Kyle says, "You, Eric, giving Biden shit for how he speaks." Okay, hold on a second here. Dude, first of all, you know how the game works on this show. This is not a sit there and dole out compliments show. Okay? And if the fucking president of the United States implies that Nevada is full of wetlands and the tornado is no longer known as a tornado, we have a problem. So, sorry. Fuck you. All right. Well, I got to leave it somewhere. And I'll go in the direction of what I'll tell you about in just a second. Of course, the asshole of the day is brought to you by TC Paintball, tcpaintballgr.com, tcpaintballgr.com, and JM Synthetics. JM Synthetics, it's, what's interesting about JM Synthetics is, that those are AMSOIL products, the best in the business. 616-747-0233. That's Jason's personal number. He's a distributor. Whenever I post something on Twitter, Jason's hilarious because I'm like, hey, support the sponsors that support me. If you don't, I mean, that's how it works. If they don't get supported, well, then they there's no reason to support the show because, again, that whole thing about my heart is with my family, my brains and my balls are with my business, for God's sake. Cinderella Man. So Jason always follows up my tweet with, "Come on, people. I can't support Eric." He says what I say, but more like in your face. "If you don't support me, I will not be supporting Eric going forward." It's a little project. Everybody has to buy a gallon of oil today. If you're listening to this show, you have to go to jmsynthetics.com today and buy a gallon. Doesn't matter what kind. Just buy a gallon of oil. You can just take it and throw it in the garbage for all I care. He didn't give a shit. Go to JM Synthetics. See what he sells, and then call him. He'll pick up the phone. Hello? 616-747-0233. And then you'll say, "Yeah, is this JM Synthetics?" "Yeah, it's me." "Yeah, hey, I'd like a gallon." "Okay, I'll send it to you." The asshole of the day is the coughing bitch. Fuck her. I hate her. Let's hope she dies. I'm glad she lost her job. Thank you to Adam Deggy for being part of the show. He's awesome. Wish him well. He has an album coming out in October called Lymph Nodes with a picture of him as a child holding his wiener. We will talk to him at about that time. Andrea, one of the dumber stumps in the audience, adds, "We will have a war if they try to mandate that shot." Well, they're already trying to mandate the shot. So shut up. And second of all, don't worry, Patriot lady. It'll never happen. I wish it would, but it won't. So just go get it and quit being a dumbass. Andrea would rather put the horse potion into her vagina than get the shot. In fact, she probably will for pleasure. This has been the Eric Zane Show podcast. I'm going to leave you with an amazing song. Holy Band-Aid! Band-Aid! Hey! Band-Aid! Woo! Band-Aid! It's great! A Band-Aid! Biden's speaking now. Biden's telling us we gotta get the shot. Joe Biden, he's speaking now. Joe Biden's telling us we gotta get the shot. His patience is wearing thin now. We gotta get the shot now. Mandate the shot. Gotta get the mandate. Mandate the shot now. Gotta get the shot now. Mandate is great. Dean's a douche. Sick fuck Dean. Hey! All right. Kind of ran out of steam on that one. All right, we'll talk to you on the Patreon. You guys have a good one. Talk to you in a little while. Thank you.